I was all of 38 years old, and of those 38 years, I had spent 19 years in my uncle's law firm. And after 19 years, I asked my uncle what my future was. And in that conversation, he offered me a small percentage of the firm as a partner, subject to my paying what was an enormous amount then and it's an enormous amount even now as goodwill payment. And I felt, well, have I added goodwill to this organization where I have given the best years of my youth, or have I added bad will that I should now have to buy my way into a partnership? I decided at that point, I will go out, set up my own firm, which will be very different from this paradigm where you have sole proprietorships of people claiming exclusive goodwill over a firm that has been built by efforts of many. So that was the genesis of the idea of JSA. So 6 months after that conversation with my uncle, I moved to set up a solo practice in a one room in a hotel, Qutub Hotel in South Delhi. We had gone to Sattal for a retreat. There was torrential rain, thunder, lightning. And lo and behold, our tents got flooded. And here it is, about 14 of us, we were crowded under a rain shelter. And of all things, we are now talking about diversification, where the firm should head, who should be doing what will interest people. So some of the partners stepped forward to say they would focus on certain areas. April 1998 was a very important milestone in the history of JSA. On April 1, I invited my then two senior colleagues, Premnath Rai and Hemant Sahai, into my room. And I told them that as of that day, they were partners in the firm. So they were quite surprised when I told them further that there was no goodwill buy-in and they did not have to make any capital contribution. And I told them that they had already paid their way through by helping to bring the firm up to the level it had come by then. They had made great contributions and therefore they were now entitled to be on the high table. So we converted what was a sole proprietorship into a real partnership. In 2003, when we set down the fundamental principles on which the firm JSA will run, one of the very important ones was, of course, the retirement age, that there will be a retirement age for partners. That was for the reason that we did not want any vested interests in the firm. We felt that partners were more like trustees, and they were not really owners, but they were stewards. Burgess and I decided that the two of us would actually retire and step down from the partnership when we achieved the age of 60. And for all other partners, we kind of agreed that it should be 65. And why we kept age 60 for the two of us was we felt that there should not be a what we called as a partner overhang. Now comes 2013, and now I turn 60, and it comes the time for me to step down. And I still recall that, there were people who said, well, it's all talk, this is not going to happen. So, but it did happen. I stepped down, and as on 1st April 2013, I had zero equity left in the firm.